It's another beautiful day on Marksheet platform. Welcome. I remain Thompson, your host, and today we'll be discussing on how to use your timetable generator. Now, mind you, the timetable generator is an extension of Marksheet. It's an add-on. So, if you don't have the add-on purchased, you won't have access to the timetable generator. Now, for instance, if I go to academic, all right, and go to timetable. Now it's going to tell me that the timetable generator add-on is not active for your school. Enable it on the add-on page to access the setup wizard and automatic schedule. So all I need to do is click on this add-on page and I'll see the list of add-ons available on the Marksheet platform. Now this is the timetable generator. Now we have at least 5 add-ons as at recording of this video. We have 5 add-ons and we intend to always give more add-ons, so to extend the features of Marksheet. So you can read the features of the add-on, what the add-on is going to do for you. Customizable timetable template to days and period, define subject period requirement per class level, staff availability management to daily weekly limits, smart CSP, solver that avoids collision, score-based optimization across multiple runs, rooms and room type management, custom timetable rules, add and soft constraints. All right, now I'm going to activate this add-on. You can purchase it by using Paystack, cash payment, or bank transfer, but I already made cash payment. So if you make cash payment to the admin, to the management, you'll be given a code. All right, you'll be given a code, so you have to put the access code. So I'm going to put the access code for a timetable here and try to activate with this code to see if it's going to get activated. All right, activated via code. Now if I go back to academic and go back to timetable, I'll see that now I have access to the timetable. So this is how to purchase your add-on. So now the timetable is going to give us a wizard that would help us, although it's a little bit complicated, but with the help of this wizard, this setup wizard, it's going to make things really simple for everyone that intends to use the timetable generator. Now, what does the timetable generator do? It generates timetable for your school from JSS1 to SS3, all right? Now, it generates it in a way that it doesn't give you issues. All you just need is to do the setup and it to be able to generate timetable for you, all right? Now, gone are the lost to be the days where it will be difficult for schools to generate timetable, and after you've written your timetable, then after the student have been using timetable, someone will just come say, you're having English. No, I can't be having you. I'm having SS1. I can't have JSS3 and SS1 at the same time. That is a collision. So this is the problem we are trying to solve with Marksheet timetable generator. So let us start this wizard. It's going to be a very long ride, right? So let's start setup. Now, once you click on start setup, it is going to scan your teachers and your subjects. All right, it's going to scan the teacher and the subject, and it will tell you that the following subjects are linked to a class, but I have no teacher assigned for the current session. Literature, SS3, commerce, SS3. There is no teacher assigned to them. So I'm going to go to, I purposely leave this so we can see the 0. I'm going to go to the staff page, then you see the list of all our staffs. So we have literature and commerce for SS3. We don't have teachers for them. So let me look for the person teaching literature for SS classes. So this literature is teaching SS1, SS2. So that is bit resources. I'm going to manage bit resources and add SS3 literature. All right. Now click on add. Now you can see that all linked subjects are already assigned. Right. We've assigned everything to linked subjects. Now let's go back and let's look for who's taking commerce. So we have commerce SS1, commerce SS2, commerce SS3. Oh, let's go back to the academic. Let's go back to timetable. Let's restart SS3 commerce. Really? Let's recheck. I guess we have someone taking SS3 commerce. Samuchuku is let's manage. Something is definitely wrong somewhere. Subject teacher for SS3. Oh, we don't have anything left. So, well, okay, we did not pick this session. All right. So what we are going to do is, let me see, SS3 commerce. Let's remove this Okay, and do that again, SS3 commerce, and we need to pick a session and click on add. Right now, let's go back to academy and go back to timetable. Now you can see all subjects have teachers assigned. Now the issue we had there was that we actually assigned the teacher to come as but we did not assign that to a particular session. So we are through with step 2 now, which is teacher assignment. Now let's go to step 3. You click on continue. Now step 3 is going to do your teacher availability. Schools have part-time teachers and full-time teachers, right? So here you are going to tell us the teachers that are your part. It's going to list all your teachers that are assigned to subjects, and they tell you to choose the ones that are part-time. Right now, let's assume this Agbani Onikyo is part-time. She comes on Monday, she comes on Tuesday, she comes on Thursday, right? Now she resumes around 8 a.m. She resumes 8 a.m. and she closes 3 p.m. right? Now let's go down. Let's say someone, okay, Biola Adeopa, let's assume this person also it's part-time that comes on Monday, that comes on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, doesn't come Monday. So it resumes 8 a.m. also and closes around 3 p.m. Good. Now let's look for one more part-time teacher. Probably this person is also a part-time. Works on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday. Resumes 8 a.m. and close 3. Okay. Now let's pick one more person. Let's pick this person. Okay, let's pick this person as a part-timer. She works on Monday, she works on Tuesday, she works on Thursday. Now she resumes around 9. She resumes around 9 a.m. and she closes around 2 p.m. She closes around 2 p.m. Right? Now, once you're done with this, you've set all your teachers, you go to step 4. So save and continue. Now we are in the next step, which it is your daily period. Now this is where you structure your your timetable. So I'm going to remove everything. Okay, so I'm going to add, we don't really need to add assembly, okay? I'm just going to add period. Now I'm going to call this period 1. Period 1, we have a period 1 around 8 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. Now we have period 2 at 8:45 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Then we have add period. The period is supposed to, okay, let's move the closing. We have period 3, which is going to be from 9:30 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. So that's 45 minutes interval within the period. Then after this 3 period in our school, we have break, which is actually the first break, the long break. So now the long break spans from 10:15 to 10:45. It's a 30-minute break. All right. Then after the long break, we have another period, which is period 4, which spans around 10:45 to 11:30 a.m. We are still in a.m. Then we have another period. Oh, sorry, I've done that twice. Another period 5, which spans around 11:30 a.m. to 12. That's 12:15. That is p.m. Now then we have another break, which is just short break. Another break, which is short break. So I'm gonna put short break, which is around 12:15 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. All right. Then we have more periods. Period 6, which is from 12:30 p.m. to 1:15. That would be 1:15 p.m. Then we have another period, which is period 7 so that is going to be from 1:15 p.m. to that is 2 p.m. Then after that we have a short break, which is lesson break. lesson break. Now that spans from 2 p.m. to 2:15 to 2:15, and we have the last period, which is the lesson period 8, which spans from 2:15 p.m. to 3 o'clock. So this is how to set up that, then the close. So you don't really need to put the assembly and closing, because if you put this assembly and closing, it's going to show on your timetable. So we need to save and continue. Now here we are now in the room. There are two different things here. We have room type, then we have rooms, then we have default rooms. Now for room types, we have classrooms, we have science lab, we have computer lab. So what I'm going to do is I would remove this, and I'll call this just laboratory, or let's just call it lab. Now we have classrooms, we have lab. I'm going to remove computer lab as well. We have classroom, we have lab, we have library, and we have hall. All right. Now to now create a room, we're going to call this is now rooms. Okay. Now, we have these 1, 2, 3, 4 types of rooms. Now, for these 4 types of room, we now create all the rooms you have under each. Now, we have main block 1, which is a classroom. We have main block 2, which is a classroom. We have main block 3. Now, we are going to have 7 main block. Now, main block 4 also is a classroom. We're going to have main block 5, also a classroom. We are going to have main block 6, also a classroom. We are going to have main block 7, also. Okay, let's have 8. Then we are going to have main block 8, also a classroom. Now these are classrooms. Now we are not going to have another one, which is computer lab. Now computer lab is not a classroom, it is what? It is a lab. I hope you are getting the gist now. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy this, then you have another lab, but this is going to be physics lab. It is a lab. Then we're gonna have biology lab. It is a lab, not a classroom, sorry. Then you can have chemistry lab. Do you understand? Now we're gonna have another one, which is large hall, or let me say Adekweba hall. Now this is not a classroom, this is a hall. So these are labs. I don't know why they are changing. This is a lab. So Adekweba hall is a hall. Then everything is changing to classroom. Okay, we change that. Then we have Imose hall also, which is also a hall. So let's change all this. This is hall, this is hall, this is a lab, this is a lab, and this is a lab. So we are through with that. Now it's now going to tell you that give each class their default room. Now give each class their default. Now GSS 1 they use main block 1, GSS 2 they use main block 2, GSS 3 they use main block 3, SS 1 they use main block 4, SS 2 they use main block 5, and SS 3 they use main block 6. That's everything we need to know. So we're gonna fix this. This thing is changing, but we'll fix that. Lab, this is hall, and this is hall, right? Now once you've done this, you click on save and continue. So we are done with that. Now we have step 6. We're almost done. This is step 6, which is the pairing rule. Now this pairing rule is telling you that general subjects like math, English standalone, departmental subject, like you can have double subjects. Like what I'm trying to say is you can have physics, general subject like math, English, the standalone. Now departmental subject like chemistry, physics, further maths, for science must be paired with a subject from different department. Like so you can have chemistry and CRS on the same period, right? So that is just the pairing rule. But now we are going to do subject frequency. Subject frequency is how many times can a subject feature in a week? How many times can a subject feature in a week? Now for agriculture, what is the minimum time at least agriculture must feature how many times in a week? And agriculture must not be more than this amount of times in a week. So I'm going to put all these normal subjects to 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Now English is minimum of 4 times in a week and maximum of, let me say 6 times in a week, because you can have English twice in a period. Now you understand. Intermediate science 3, 4, mathematics 4 and 6. So every other thing we take 3, 4. Every other thing we take 3, 4. Sorry. So I told you it's a little bit complicated, but once you've fixed all this, it will be easier for you to generate your timetable. Now English is 4 and 6. Even 4 and 6. Intermediate science we have 3, 4, 3. Okay, maths is 4 and 6. So every other one is 3, 4. So you're going to do for each class mathematics 4 and 6. Now I'm just doing this based on hypothesis. I'm just guessing. So depends on how you have it in your school. That is how you're going to do it here for the maths. General mathematics 4 and 6. Then you have 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. We're almost through. This is SS2. General mathematics is 4 and 6. So now we are in SS3, which is the last one. So we are through with everything. So you just click on save and continue. So now we are now doing teacher load limits. And our teacher load limit is how many times can a teacher work in a week, and how many times can a teacher work in a day. Now global units, you can set global for everything. You can see maximum per day is 8 and max per day is 8, max per week is 40, which is actually wrong. That is just the default setting. So max, how many times can a teacher teach in a day based on we have how many periods? We have 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 periods. So out of that 8 period, a teacher must be able to rest twice. So the maximum time a teacher can go to a class in a day should be 6. So if you are doing 6 in a day, in a week, that should be 30, but we can't even give you 30 in a week. That is still too much. Then we are going to give you 25. Now, that is the general one. You can see as I changed it, everything changed. Now you can now go to teachers specifically to change it. All right, like this person is doing part-time, max per day 6, max per week 25. So I'm just going to put everything like that, but you can change specifically for teachers. Like this one, I can see max per day is 7, per week is maybe 20, because she's not coming every day. For the part-times, you can say 7, 20 for the part-timers. They're not coming every day. So you can just leave the full-timers the way they are. Or if you have a particular teacher that doesn't come every time like that, you can do their own specifically. Now these are another part-timer. So I guess that's the last part-timer that we have. So after that, you click on save and continue, then we are through. That is all the thing we need to do. All right, so this video, I guess this is the longest video we've made. It's currently 18 minutes and 30 something seconds. Now all timetable settings have been saved. You can now view the timetable grid and start making manual adjustments. So summary, you have 6 classes, 15 teachers, 11 daily period defined, subject 11 minus 3 breaks, that is 8. 75 subject frequency configured and teacher load limit set. So click on go to timetable. Now timetable setup complete. This is your timetable now. Isn't this beautiful? Now with just that settings, you can start managing your timetable. Now this is just GSS1 timetable. This is GSS2 timetable. This is GSS3 timetable. Now there are some free periods, like there are some schools have free periods as well, so it's going to give free period. But if you intend to put the teacher here, you can put the teacher there. All right, so you generate free periods, like periods for laboratory, period for other things. So we have free periods. Now one more thing you should notice, you should learn here, is that as you can see, it's giving me both the name, it's giving us both the name of the subject, it's giving us the teacher, and giving us the block that they are going to use. Now you can change block, you can change subject. Now for instance, if I click on this biology, I can decide to change this biology to further maths. Now if I click on save. Now you are seeing green here. It means at this particular period, this person taking further maths, Yomi great. This person is free. So let's put this thing in main block 4 and click on save. Right? Let me say subject duplicated further maths times 2 for SS1 on Monday. Now you can see what we are saying now. It's now saying that further maths is happening twice on Monday. So you can't have further maths twice on Monday. That is what this thing is telling us, right? So we can now say, okay, cancel. Let's see something that is not happening twice. I guess English is not English language. Yeah. Now Samichuku is free as well. Now let me check for other teachers. You can see that I picked citizenship. I picked another teacher, and it's telling me that at this particular period, this person, if I click on save, you see what it's going to tell me. Even the red that is showing here is telling me that this person is not available. That means Mr. Munta Alawal is actually in a class at this particular period. So let me just fix it to English language and see what we have. This Samichuku is free. Let's use the main block 4 since that's the default room for SS1, and let's click on save. Let's see what happens. Then it is going to save because the person is actually free. You can see English language. Initially it was biology. So this is how it works. Like you can never have a collision. You can never have subject collision. You can't have teachers collision. Now if you now check the timetable, you feel like no, I don't want this timetable. With just a button, you can click on what regenerate timetable, and it's just going to regenerate. But if you want to change some things on the setup, right? Probably a teacher left, you want to fix another teacher. If you click on rerun setup, be able to do that. Now if I click on, now let's say we have your government CRS English for SS1. If I regenerate, it's going to regenerate the timetable. If I now go back to SS1, if I go back to SS1, you can see that we are now having English, biology, and accounting. So that is how the timetable generator works. This is a very, very useful add-on for school, and I would advise your school to get it. So it's going to save you that workload of having to run your timetable, having to take a lot of days to work on your timetable. So thanks for watching. If there are any questions, put it in the comment section, and I'll do justice to the questions. Like this video, share it, and please follow our channel. See you next video.